He is known up north in Corozal and neighboring Quintana Roo by the alias Diablo, but on Thursday evening, 37-year-old Delmar Guerra was gunned down in Paraíso. Around 4:30 p.m., Guerra parked his white Chrysler van in front of this house on the main road of the village before he was executed inside his vehicle.
Llegó el van, pitó, 2 veces pitó. Y mi hijo me dijo, mamá, vinieron a buscar la ropa. Entonces yo me fui.
He arrived in his van and hung the horn twice. My son told me, Mom, he came up to pick up the laundry. I went to the room to fetch the laundry, but the bag was really, really heavy. I heard like palomita or pop shot, and my daughter said, no, it's gunshots. I said, oh my God, did someone come to kill us because it occurred in front of my house? I then said, nobody go outside. I was scared. I thought it was my cousin that came to pick up the clothes, but they said, no, it is Delmar that came and not his wife.
Entonces me dijo, no, dice, sí, es Delmar que vino, no vino ella.
But it appears that Guerra was being monitored, trailed before he was executed by 2 gunmen riding on a gray dirt bike and dressed in dark clothing, wearing helmets. The gunmen were spotted in the village hours before they approached the vehicle and opened shots at the heavily tinted van.
Upon arrival, I saw a white van with what appears to be bullet holes. Police initial investigation revealed that Delmar Guerra, 37 years, was driving that van, and he was being trailed by 2 persons wearing dark clothing on a motorcycle. The person drove up beside the van, and there was where they fired 2 shots. At this point in time, the police will not be able to say whether they are locals or foreigners. But what we can say that the cycle was seen in the village some 2 hours prior to the incident, right? Apparently something went wrong with the cycle, and the occupants of the cycle, they fixed the cycle, but they never took off their helmets, right? So they fixed the cycle and they continue their whereabouts.
En la motocicleta sí que estaban disparando, pero no su cara no los vi, solo eran.
2 persons on a motorcycle that were shooting, but we couldn't see their faces because they had on helmets. They then sped off in that direction, and then neighbors came out shortly after to see what happened.
Cuando usted vino para ver qué pasó, ¿qué viste en el van?
Pues yo en el van yo solo vi como estaba abierto en la puerta de atrás.
When I came out, I saw that the back door of the van was open, and I saw the slouched over, and on the arm there was blood because I didn't come out too close because I was still shaken by what had happened.
Como dicen, nerviosa y todo, como acababa de pasar lo que pasó.
According to the eyewitness, Guerra was not traveling alone. His 10-year-old stepson arrived with him in the van and entered the house just seconds before the shooting. Delmar was killed a couple blocks from where he lived in Paraíso village. His mechanic shop is located across from his mother's home, several villages away in San Joaquin. Marcela Guerra says she last spoke with her son around 3 o'clock that afternoon.
Él estaba primero aquí conmigo. Él vino como a las 3 de la tarde acá a mi casa.
He was initially here with me. He came around 3 p.m. and he told me that he was leaving. I asked him, why are you leaving so early? He said it is because he has some paperwork to deal with in Corozal town, and he left. I didn't know until his aunt and my 2 brothers coming. They were trying to call my daughter, and they looked worried. I asked them, what's happening? They said, we need to tell you what happened. They killed your son.
¿Qué está pasando? Le dije. Entonces me dijeron, pues te tenemos que decir qué pasó. Me dijeron, pues mataron a tu hijo.
Marcela was notified of her son's demise around 6 p.m. and was taken to the Corozal Community Hospital, but by then, the body of Delmar had already been taken to the morgue at the Northern Regional Hospital in Orange Walk. For Marcela, her family, and his loved ones, Delmar was a pecero who helped everyone in the village.
Él era una persona buena. Aquí en San Joaquín todo el mundo lo aprecia, lo quieren.
He was a good person. Here in San Joaquin, everyone appreciated him. They liked him. He always willing to help villagers once he can. Everyone that asked for help, if he had it, he would help them. He was a pecero, and afterwards he came to work here because his dream was always to have a garage. He had his workers and he would be at work. That's all he did.
Entonces él tenía sus trabajadores y entonces él solo administraba su trabajo. Eso es todo lo que hacía.
The family remains in shock, but back in 2013, an attempt was made on the life of Diablo while the businessman was in Calderita's Shadow Mall. According to police, Guerra had a reputation as a known underworld figure, and while a motive has not been ascertained, they are working with their Mexican counterparts on the incident.
Do you all have any intelligence that suggests what may have prompted this?
Yes, we have a little.
And is it something purely local? Are you able to say what sort of criminal forces are involved?
No, I will not be able to say.
Is it related to anything in Mexico? Are you liaising with your counterparts on the other side of the border?
Yes, we are liaising with them. I believe it's a little bit of both.
You said that you all had been aware of him operating in the underworld. Mm-hmm. Is that fair? Yeah. Are you all able to say, do you believe that he was active in the drug trade?
I cannot say. There are only rumors.
Guerra's licensed firearm, a 9mm pistol, was retrieved by police from the van. Dwayne Moody for News 5.